In 2020, we saw digital health move faster than ever before. But at what cost? How much do you know about the technologies transforming our world? Join us as we build our cyber consciousness.
Obviously, all this data that's been generated and by patients, by humans, but owned by other institutions, other bodies that we need to be able to share. But we also need to empower patients to understand what it means to actually own and then contribute their data. Even if the organizational sharing of big data to contribute to humanity is happening, I think for us to truly get to a different place in our world, we need to ultimately empower people to ask the right questions, to own their data, and then hopefully decide and consent to sharing that data if they choose to with the collective.
Yeah, no, I think that's a great question. I think like there are two mental models I think about in the situation. I think companies eventually, as they start using data of different individuals and consumers for monetization purposes, people are just asking either their data not be used or be protected, or like they given a share. So I think companies will have to start rewarding whoever is contributing data for their use and monetization, or we'll have to stop using that. And I think regulations are also changing around that. GDPR, CCPA have things. So I think that's one thing where I think as any company, maybe some are already and some are not, but eventually they would have to think about this kind of mental framework. So that's one. But also think about like as individuals, we may see co-ops start forming of individuals where like maybe they're small companies, startups, or open source products which co-ops use to like come together as a group of like few thousand or few million, whatever that number is, statistically significant number is, and say like, hey, we expect XYZ. These are the type of companies we want to work with, and they just don't allow their data to be used anywhere else. And I think that's totally fine. It's like the financial services world where we have the big banks, but there are also co-ops and small banks. So I think the data world will also see that, where we will have the big organizations still who will be using data, who will still be consuming that, and will be rewarding whoever is contributing data to them. But we have a lot of people who just don't want that, and there will be co-ops. And I think it'll be an interesting shift. And now technologies will make it is an enabler. Before that, doing these type of things may not have been possible, but now I think we have most of the building blocks. There's still building blocks missing, but like they're coming really fast. So in the next 5 to 10 years, I think it'll be very exciting to see like what these things look like.
Well, it's a pleasure to be collaborating, I guess, in probably mind, body, spirit with you,
Yeah.
and I'm excited to see how your path continues to unravel over the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years. I agree that this is a very exciting time to be in this space and just to be alive in general. And so, yeah, thank you so much for sharing your wisdom with our community.